Dwight Jaynes. It's going to bring some dynamite to the show here.
Yeah.
620, Rip City Radio. I love me some Dwight, man. Him and Chad doing the damn thing up in Portland. And he is Mr. Portland. You know, I love Chad, but the real king of Portland is Dwight Jaynes. All right? Come on. The Oregonian, the Portland Tribune, NBC Sports Northwest. He's done everything in Portland. Dwight, good morning, man. Long time no talk.
Yeah, good to be with you, Bunte. It sounds like I just can't hold a job, but I was wondering, how are you guys doing there in the Bay Area after that humiliating defeat yesterday in the match by Stephen Clay? My goodness, it must be terrible down there.
Well, no pun intended, but it's par for the course with the way this season has went down with the Golden State Warriors. I mean, Steph, Clay struggling, Draymond Green chirping, not really shooting. I mean, come on. I mean, it's been a rough one for us, but hey, we're hoping that some people are hoping that Draymond Green re-signs with the Golden State Warriors. Or maybe he goes up to Portland. Dwight, what is going on up there? Let's start with that. Is there any smoke to Draymond Green? And I know you debunked the rumor that they were having dinner. Draymond and Damian Lillard was having dinner up there in Portland. I know you said that didn't happen at all. But is there any links to Draymond Green becoming a Portland Trailblazer?
I don't think so, Bunte. They've been friends for a long time. They're friendly. I don't know that they're friends, but they're friendly, and I know they spent some time together. I fell victim. You know, I forget how the aggregators are on the internet nowadays, but what I did is I read a tweet that somebody sent me, and all of a sudden, all over the world, there's people saying, oh, courtesy of Dwight Jaynes, Draymond Green and Damian Lillard rented out a restaurant and they're having dinner together. You know, as far as I know, it never happened. It did not happen. And I don't see Portland with no cap room. It would have to be a complicated sign and trade or involve a third team. And why in the heck would Draymond want to come to Portland? I can't really put my finger on any legit reason, but I think he's going to be back with the Warriors.
Dwight, Joe Spadoni here, first time, long time. And I want to get into Damian Lillard here. What's going on with this guy? Is he staying? Is he going? It feels like this is the new Aaron Rodgers, but the NBA version. Like, am I going to leave? Am I going to stay? What's going on with Dame up in Portland?
Joe, that's the question we're all asking themselves. This thing has not been handled well from the start. You know, he leaked something to my buddy Chris Haynes, like a year ago about being a little upset that they haven't gotten better players for him. And that's the kind of thing you keep in-house. You don't take that to the media, especially when you're kind of talking down about your teammates, and nobody's ever, called him out on that, but it's true. And I think he's turned into kind of a drama queen at this point. Yeah. I honestly don't know that he's going to leave, even if they don't make some sort of deal. I just get the feeling he likes the attention. I think he's one of the ultimate big fish, little pond guys. He was kind of in high school and in college. And I think he likes it here. He's building a new house. He's got all his family up here, at least part-time. I'm not so sure anything's going to happen, but I know one thing. They don't have the weapons or the inventory to trade for somebody who could actually help him get where he wants to go. You know, I mean, if you talk about landing it, say Pascal Siakam, hey, he's a good addition. They'd be better. But that's not going to get them to the NBA Finals or even the conference finals, most likely. So I'm not sure at this point what this is all about. They go out and draft Scoot, and Scoot's got to play. But now they're saying they're going to try to have Dame and Scoot on the team, which is, kind of derailing any thoughts of rebuilding this team, which is going to have to happen very soon.
No doubt. Dwight Jaynes here on the Morning Rush on 95.7 The Game, 620 Rip City Radio in Portland, alongside our buddy Chad Doing. We love Chad down here in the Bay Area. So would the city of Portland be okay if Damian Lillard left or found his way out? How's the city of Portland feeling about Dame Dollar?
Oh, God, Bonte, it'd be mass depression if he departed. It's like his loyalty has been rewarded with undying love from Blazer fans, and that's fine, and he deserves that, I think. But they wouldn't be happy with it. They've been just as unhappy as Dame is with the whole idea that they haven't put the right players around him. I think, though, there is somehow a misunderstanding of how difficult that is. People expect these guys, general managers, to just, it's hard to trade an inferior player for a superior player.
Right.
You're asking the GM to trade a guy who's not as good as the guy you're getting back. And, it's only, the Danny Ainges of the world and guys like that who can swindle people on trades like that.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Go ahead, Joe.
Well, I was just going to say, Chauncey Billups has been the guy. He replaced Terry Stotts. And Terry Stotts, hey, listen, he had a lot of success, but unfortunately he ran up against a Golden State Warriors juggernaut many times. What's the feeling on Chauncey up there? Because it felt like when they made that hire, it was an interesting one. Maybe it was to appease a guy like Dame, but what's that relationship been like with that team and organization with Chauncey Billups?
Well, Joe, the jury's still out on it. It's kind of, I don't think he's done anything in his first 2 years that would lead you to believe he's going to be a great NBA coach. But the problem with evaluating him is, right in the middle of the season, both years, they make the decision on the front office level to tank. And so now you can't, you're taking weapons away from him because you're asking players to sit down who aren't really hurt. And so you can't judge him on that. That's not fair to him. And I don't think he's really had a chance to coach even a halfway decent team through a whole season yet. So it's really difficult to tell whether he can get the job done or not. He's a good guy. He's well liked and good with the media. I like him. I think he's a good person, and I think he knows the game. But he just hasn't had a lot to work with so far.
Yeah, Dwight, I know you know the game very, very well. So we get you out of here with this one. How do you view the Warriors from afar with the addition of Chris Paul? They're a better team now with Chris Paul as opposed to last week with Jordan Poole. What's your thoughts on the Chris Paul deal?
Bonte, I just thought they got him to trade. He's an easier trade piece than Poole was. And I don't think he necessarily makes them better because asking him to play the game the way the Warriors play it would be a real stretch for him, I think, at this point. I still like the idea of giving your core guys one more year to see if it's still there, and I think that's what they'll do is just move forward, get Draymond back somehow on board and just let these guys have one more go at it, see if they can stay healthy and maybe load manage them all a little more. But I don't know that Chris Paul impacts any of that. Maybe he will. And I have been wrong so many times that I've lost track on that, but I think I like Golden State's team. I love their coach, and I think there's probably one more good run in them. I don't know if there's anything more than that because Father Time's undefeated. No
doubt about that. Dwight, man, have a great holiday weekend. Love listening to you guys up there in Portland, 620 Rip City Radio. It is the premier show up in Portland alongside Chad doing. Dwight, take care, man. We'll talk to you soon, man. Going to be very interesting to see what happens during the NBA free agency period.
Yeah, Thanks, kidding. Dwight. It was an honor to be on with you guys. You have a great show, and I really appreciate it.
Thanks, Dwight. Appreciate the kind words there. Dwight Jaynes, man, he's done everything in Portland.